Few smartwatches truly offer dedicated marathon training plans, so I decided to dig deep and find out which ones stand out and which fall short, especially for my upcoming Garmin Marathon Challenge. Sunday Run Day. In this recurring column, wearables editor Michael Hicks explores running watches, fitness apps, and the latest training trends as he aims to improve his speed and fitness. Having registered for the Garmin Tucson Marathon this November, just 3 months away, the pressure's on to settle on the right training plan fast. But here's where it gets controversial. Should I rely on the smartwatch's built-in algorithm for a personalized marathon plan, or go old school with a coach-curated program from Training Peaks? It's been a while since my last marathon, so when Garmin invited me to participate in its inaugural Garmin Marathon series, I knew I had to quickly raise my weekly mileage, but smartly, to avoid burnout or injury. Although I've tested nearly every running watch on the market, whether I train with my trusty Garmin Forerunner 970 or another device, my ultimate success hinges on the training schedule, not the gadget. That's why I took the time to compare marathon training plans from various smartwatches to determine which would best prepare me for Garmin's marathon. Marathon training plans on smartwatches, the full landscape. Surprisingly, very few smartwatches provide thoughtfully structured marathon training routines. Suunto, for instance, directs its users to Training Peaks for plans. Fitbit's Run Coach offers daily advice but lacks a comprehensive marathon plan. Apple Fitness Plus emphasizes indoor workouts and doesn't focus heavily on marathons. Truly comprehensive marathon guidance is rare. Garmin offers structured plans through its Run Coach, spanning 16 weeks. The beginner option combines easy Zone 2 runs, brisk Zone 4 threshold sessions, and playful fartlek workouts, capped with a long run each weekend. Typically, the schedule includes 3 running days per week, supplemented by 2 days of cross-training, which could be bodyweight exercises, yoga, swimming, or cycling, to foster strength and flexibility. The intermediate plan pushes for 5 weekly sessions, but doesn't radically change the approach. You get weekly interval training, more frequent consecutive run days, and longer weekend mileage, all while keeping rest and cross-training integrated. Garmin's philosophy focuses on balancing aerobic and anaerobic workouts to boost VO2 max, the measure of your body's oxygen usage, and includes strength training to refine running form. I usually embrace this balanced approach, but if I'm increasing weekly workouts to meet marathon goals, my priority shifts to simply building up mileage. Speed and power come later. COROS has an impressive lineup of 15 marathon programs, tailored to specific finish times or timelines from 12 to 20 weeks. Many cater to elite-level runners, covering 50 to 100 miles per week, but there are sensible options for mortals like me too. For example, their 12-week, 4-hour marathon plan schedules 5 runs weekly, ranging from 25 to 40 miles total. Most runs focus on aerobic endurance, peppered with the occasional marathon pace or long fast session on Sundays. Their more relaxed 4-hour marathon plan features 4 weekly runs, totaling 15 to 25 miles, mixing easy runs with brief bursts like 15-second strides or 400-meter pickups. The plan gradually introduces more intense sessions like intervals and inverted pyramid workouts. Here you get more rest days, but fewer straightforward easy runs. COROS leans heavily on mileage rather than cross-training, leaving speed emphasis and total weekly volume up to the runner's discretion. I find their flexibility and variety quite impressive. Polar takes a different approach by asking how many days per week you want to run and for how long, plus how hard you usually push yourself. From this, it designs a 100-day marathon plan. For a light runner, the schedule includes moderate runs on Mondays and Fridays, intervals midweek, and a long run every Sunday, with cross-training squeezed in on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, focusing on strength, mobility, and core. For more strenuous runners, the Wednesday intervals switch to tempo runs, and you add Saturday intervals, resulting in 3 consecutive moderate to hard workouts at the week's end. There are no rest days, only active cross-training. These rigid layouts seem ideal for folks who aren't missing many workout days. Samsung's Galaxy Watch 8 running coach features 10 difficulty tiers, with the top aiming for a sub-4:48 marathon. To qualify for Level 10, you must pass an obscure 12-minute run test. Unfortunately, the running coach is still in beta and a bit tricky. You can't just pick a marathon plan. Instead, you level up your ability over weeks or months. However, if Samsung eventually lets you select your race distance and pace directly, the running coach promises numerous beneficial run types, fartlek, repetitions, intervals, and long runs that would be excellent for novice marathoners. Finally, Amazfit's Zep Coach lets you set your target marathon pace and date, then tells you to input your typical weekly mileage and pace. It then crafts a 3-month plan with easy runs, hard sessions, intervals, fartleks, and long runs, organized either by heart rate zones or pace, depending on preferences. Although less comprehensive than others, it's a fantastic option for those on a budget using inexpensive devices like the Amazfit Bip 6 or Active 2. Choosing my marathon training plan. All of these smartwatch training programs are essentially free once you've bought the device, so it's hard to complain if they're not fully comprehensive. If you're after something more customized and detailed, you can always explore paid Training Peaks marathon plans. After weighing all options, I'm leaning toward a tried and true Hal Higdon novice plan, famous among first-timers. Instead of juggling complex speed or strength workouts, I'll stick to 4 runs a week, totaling about 20 to 30 miles, and trust that steady mileage will carry me through. I'm a bit behind his 18-week schedule, but since I've already been training, I believe I can jump in and catch up swiftly. Once I complete this Garmin marathon, I plan to tackle future races with more advanced plans, focusing on speed and power. But here's the part most people miss. Everyone's marathon journey is unique. What's your preferred training plan? Have you found one that helped you hit a personal best? Let's get a conversation going. Share your experiences or disagreements in the comments. About the author, Michael is Android Central's go-to expert on wearables and fitness technology. Before joining the team, he freelanced for well-known sites such as TechRadar, Wearable, Windows Central, and Digital Trends. Inspired by his passion for running, Michael has extensively tested and reviewed countless fitness watches from brands including Garmin, Fitbit, Samsung, Apple, COROS, Polar, Amazfit, Suunto, and more.